Well, with that, more breaking news which is coming in. DMK's India Alliance partners, the CPI, the MC, have both backed DMK's manifesto, especially when it comes to the governor and clipping the wings of the powers of the governor in a state union. In fact, listen in.
जब से बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट आई है, गवर्नर का बेदर्दी से इस्तेमाल हो रहा है। गवर्नर राजभवनों के अंदर पॉलिटिक्स हो रहा है। पहले जो गवर्नर्स थे वो पॉलिटिक्स नहीं करते थे, वो सिर्फ देख रेख करते थे कि कोई चीज़ गलत तो नहीं हो रही है या किसी चीज़ का मिसयूज़ तो नहीं हो रहा है। लेकिन अब गवर्नर ही मिसयूज़ हो रहे हैं। बदकिस्मती से हर एक चीज़ को पोलराइजेशन किया जा रहा है और कम्युनलाइज किया जा रहा है। तो यूजीसी भी उस घेरे में आ गई है और जम्मू कश्मीर में यूनिवर्सिटी जो थी वो इंडिपेंडेंट थी, तो उन कंपनी को फ़ायदा दे रहे हैं जो ये मार्केटिंग करती हैं इसकी डीजल और पेट्रोल की। लोगों का नहीं सोच रहे हैं। इसी से प्राइस राइज भी हो रहा है, इसी से बाकी चीज़ें जो हैं वो ख़राब हो रही हैं। लेकिन इसी चीज़ को उनके कहने के ऊपर गवर्नमेंट कर रही है। तो गवर्नमेंट को फ़िक्र कंपनीज, लोगों की फ़िक्र नहीं है। तो अब 2 रुपये कम या 100 रुपये सिलेंडर कम करने से कोई फ़ायदा नहीं होगा।
It's a very good manifesto and it has taken up all pertinent issues and it explains the position of DMK and what DMK and the allies can do after winning election.
Well, in fact, let me take it across to our panelists. Joining us today on the show, Narayan Tirupati, spokesperson with the BJP. Also, Selim Dharan is also joining us, the spokesperson of the DMK. Mr. Selim, I'm going to come to you first because this manifesto that you have given, it's just interesting because India Alliance partners have always said that Constitution khatre mein hai. Our democracy itself is under danger. But now the DMK's manifestos has said, so has the Chief Minister, that our first aim is to change the Constitution. If you could, sir, unmute yourself, please.
Hi. Firstly, thank you for having me in the show. Right? See, any constitution will be put to test, but this BJP government has shown how the constitution can be manipulated and democracy can be throttled. And which is why we do not want any government in the history, or rather in the future, to do the same thing which the Narendra Modi government has done. Which is why we want the Article 361 to be abolished, because the governors have time and again violated the constitution. Because they are not answering to the court, they're doing whatever they want to do. And again, we have seen in non-BJP rule state, governors are acting like third-rated politicians. I keep saying R.N. Ravi is a politician masquerading as a governor. We do not want such kind of people. Governors are supposed to be non-partisan actors who have to liaise with the state government and the union government. He has only, as Ambedkar ji says, he has only duties and not functions. But these governors do not let the state government to function. The people have given DMK government the mandate. He passed a bill. He's sitting on it. It's a prerogative of the chief minister to appoint whoever he wants to appoint as the minister. But he does not let that to happen. He doesn't listen to the Supreme Court verdict, even though the governor is subservient to the Supreme Court, all those things. And again, we also made valuable manifesto points, such as reduction of fuel prices. After BJP has come to powers, fuel prices, taxes on fuel, union tax on fuel has increased by 300% and 900%, petrol and diesel. We've known how much the gas cylinder price has risen. We want to take it back to 2014 levels. Because only when you have subsidized petrol and diesel, only then the common people will have more money to spend and they will be able to save more money and they will spend that money more. There will be demand back in the economy. Only because this government has taxed fuel and fuel heavily, the common people do not have money in the hand, and that is why there is no demand in the economy.
Right.
We are also taking the Dravidian model to pan-India level. We have announced 1,000 rupees to every woman in this country. Which is what all economists such as Thomas Piketty, Nobel laureate Abhijit Banerjee are also suggesting, universal basic income. And we are saying it to women because we want to empower women, at the same time put money in hands of the downtrodden.
Okay. So yes, there are some of them which are definitely going to be really welcome, especially when it comes to women empowerment, fixing the prices of LPG, cylinders, petrol, diesel, and of course that of education loans. That's an important sector. But Narayan Tirupati, when it comes to Article 365 and clipping the wings of the governor, that's going to have a long-lasting and also a pan-India influence if the DMK and its alliance partners actually manage to change the constitution. Narayan Tirupati? Well, looks like there's a bit of a problem there. We'll try and reconnect with Mr. Narayan Tirupati. But let me come across to Mr. Dharan, and this is one of the controversies which has been kicked up. There are many who would say, especially from the BJP, that these are populist measures which may be welcome, but when you talk about long-standing issues, these are not state issues. Right now, the DMK is in power in Tamil Nadu, and I believe we have Mr. Narayan Tirupati back with us. Mr. Narayan Tirupati, your thoughts on the manifesto?
Yeah, it's you know, it's a mockery on the public. That is what the DMK's leader, Mr. Stalin, had done today. And you know, they say they will alter the constitution. It is very the DMK has never respected Ambedkar, and the DMK is always anti-Ambedkar, anti-Dalit. So it proves that
But
the DMK is a
Narayan
divisive
Tirupati
party.
are saying that BJP has misused the governor's office, which is why they are forced to course correct.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. The governors are doing their duty, and absolutely, the law will take its own course if somebody mistakes. But here, the problem is that the DMK says they will alter the constitution. They will alter the constitution means what? India, for its administrative purposes, has divided the states. That is what the India's constitution says. But Mr. Stalin says the states will create the nation. It is not so. It is not United States of India. It is India that is with states. That's very simple. So these people don't know what actually the constitution is. Likewise, they have said they will remove CAA. They don't know what is CAA. That is why they are saying minorities will be affected. The main thing is that either it is the innocence or arrogance of DMK or Mr. Stalin that you know, they are talking about CAA, which they doesn't know, and they are saying, they said during the assembly election that they will reduce 100 rupees per LPG cylinder. But what happened? Nothing has been done last 3 years. Now they are promising it as 500 rupees. How will you do it? And now they say
How will you do it, Mr.
Dharan?
That is the question that the BJP is asked. It's one thing to promise in your manifesto, but how will you actually realize this?
Hey, first and foremost, then when BJP announced a lot of things, how did they didn't realize most of the things, even the few things which they realized, how did they do it? So we are hoping that we will come with a thumping majority, form government at the union level, the India Alliance will form, and then we'll come to power. I also would like to rebut Mr. Narayan Tirupati state autonomy, right? When we are saying the states need to be given more autonomy, we are saying this because we love the country more. Because only when the individual states will grow, only then the country will grow. If every individual state performs really well, right? The overall GDP of the country is going to grow. Overall human resource capital of the country is going to rise. So
no, but if you look at specifics, if we look, sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Dharan, let's look at specifics. You have promised LPG and petrol at 75 rupees per litre and diesel at 50 rupees per litre. If you look at that, how will you realize that?
What was the price earlier? What was the price before 2014?
Will you cut the state cess, for example, because you can't manipulate the centre's taxes on it?
Pardon?
Will you reduce the state cess? How will you go about it?
They will take it.
No. You see, basically, you have to understand. I clearly told in my first speech.
As the UPA government.
No, let me complete.
No, let him complete, because this is an important. If there is a way to actually course correct this, everyone across India would be happy. So, Mr. Dharan, please tell me.
How we are going to do it? Just don't interrupt me. DMK governments or both parties in Tamil Nadu have not increased fuel taxes, state taxes since 2006. Ever since DMK came to power in 2006, it is only the union taxes that has been risen from the 2014 to 2024.
Okay.
Union taxes on petrol rose by about 300% and diesel by about 900%. That will go back to the normal levels, to 2014 levels. Price rise did not, fuel price did not increase because of state taxes. That means it should have been same in Tamil Nadu, because in Tamil Nadu we never increased the state price of fuel, taxes on fuel.
Okay.
It is only the union government that has been increasing. So when union taxes will go back to 2014 level, the fuel will be sold at this level. And secondly, when LPG was sold at only 400, 450 during the UPA times, only after this BJP government came to power, it was exponentially increased, because they wanted to help the corporates with that money.
Right.
We wanted to put money in hands of the poor. That's our ideology.
So let me put that question across to Narayan Tirupati. Let him answer that. It is because the BJP...
10
Okay,
seconds.
fine. Finish your point.
See, ever since DMK was formed in the 1940s, state autonomy has been our important wish, and that will remain so. States
We'll come back and discuss the state autonomy. That's an important point. We'll come back and discuss that in detail. But let's talk about fuel prices. Narayan Tirupati, it is only because the BJP, as per the DMK, has increased the central taxes so much that exponential rise has happened in the price of fuel.
See, the BJP government has repaid 1.75 lakh crores of rupees to the oil companies, which the previous DMK, which was a part in UPA government. So far, still we have to give another 1 lakh crore loans to be returned to the oil companies. That Mr. Dharnidharan should know. And as far as LPG is concerned, Mr. Dharnidharan was saying, see, when BJP government came in 2014, only 11 crore families were using LPG. Now it is 24 crores families. You should understand that more than 100 crore people are using LPG. They are free from every day's effect. And we need to understand this. The subsidy for the LPG has grown. We have given more. We have given free connections. And the previous DMK-led UPA regime was not bothered about a common man, the below poverty people. Now we have given more than to more than 13, 14 crore families to this. And as far as petrol, I have very clearly said, only one thing, this toll, they have said that the toll gates in National Highway will be taken. Yes, they will take toll gates in National Highway. That is what DMK has done. See, there is a clause in, toll gates issue. If the state government accepts that they will release, they will pay for the entire state, immediately it will be gone. Now the DMK is free to say that. Let them tell the NHAA that they will pay the money what they owe to the contractors. Let them pay. Who stops them? And see, these things, everything I'm telling you, in a nutshell, only 5 letters.
Okay, I think you made an important point. Let me take that across to Mr. Dharnidharan, that it's easy to say these things, make these promises when you are in the state. If you do tomorrow come to the center, it will be very different. You have to look at infrastructure development. For example, you talked about clipping the wings of the governors. Tomorrow, some other government, which may be there in power in state, they will then be controlling the governors. Will that be okay to you if you're not in power, for example?
No. The point is not that. The point is we do not want governors to act against the interests of the state. Here, what is happening is...
But who decides that? Who decides that? The state will decide that, or will the center?
No, the manifesto does not say that. The manifesto is saying whenever a governor is being appointed, there has to be a consensus between the union government and state government. That is what we are saying, right? When that will happen. Now, what is the problem in opposition rule states? What are opposition parties? Parties in opposition to BJP. Only then BJP is appointing politicians masquerading as governors, and then they're thwarting the growth. What we are saying is, in such situations, if both are both parties will have to agree. What will happen is there will be some consensus. That's what we are saying. For example, right now in Tamil Nadu, this governor doesn't allow us to function. In Kerala, the governor doesn't allow us to function. Let's say BJP,
if there is no consensus, which is usually the possibilities of that is very high. If there is no consensus,
let's say, like how we how we used the election commission earlier, the opposition party and the ruling party sit together and elect. So if that is done, we will not have politicians coming. For example, Tamil Nadu is a politician. Then she resigned, left politics, became a governor, didn't allow the state to function properly because she had some partisan views. That is also clear because now she resigned and went back to Tamil Nadu. Those kind of people will not be appointed because...
Important point. Narayan Tirupati, no more political appointments for governors if there is consensus. Let these be non-political appointments for non-politicians who will work for the people.
No, see, right from the day one, even Rajagopalacharya, who was the Governor General of India, then he became the Home Minister of India. You should understand this. There is no legal bar in it. So you have something in your mind and you want that to be applied in Indian law. It is not possible. Okay. What stops them? Nothing stops them. You say, no, it is a tradition. What is the tradition? And the tradition is that you have to follow the Constitution of India. Now you are saying you will alter the Constitution.
Okay.
You are now saying that
unfortunately, gentlemen, we're running out of time and there's some breaking news. This is going to be a long, drawn-out conversation. We'll have more of these conversations. But thank you so much, Narayan Tirupati, for joining us, as well as Selam Dharnidharan.